Check this out. I'm legitimately shocked. I can't believe how well this worked. Look at this. So after 2 minutes of shooting the ocean, we have 1, 2, 3, almost 4 stacks of oxygen. Unbelievable. So what's going on, guys? OddMan105, aka the Odd One, is back, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. In today's video, I'll show you how to earn a ton of legit cash really quickly and really easily by harvesting oxygen. Now, as you guys may be aware, as of the recent update, we can no longer purchase oxygen from either trade terminals or space stations or from other pilots. We have to harvest it from planets. Now, in this particular video, I'll show you exactly how to do that and how to get a ton of it really quickly. Now, why do we need oxygen, you ask? Well, it's quite simple there, dear Watson. We're going to be using oxygen and salt to create chlorine. We're going to take that chlorine, combine it with more oxygen, and create a ton more chlorine. Now, we'll get into the overall value and how much Hello Games nerfed the value of chlorine and other elements later on in the video, but for now, let's just get right into this thing. Okay, now let me be clear about something. This method is done 100% legit. There are no cheats, glitches, or exploits here. This is a legitimate gameplay mechanic that will allow you to harvest vast amounts of early game resources very quickly, alright? Now, there are a couple of things that you're going to need for this method. The first thing is your ship, okay? Now, this can be any type of ship. However, I do recommend that you have at least the positron ejector installed. That will give you the most effect for what you're trying to do. Now, you can do this with the standard photon cannon. However, it's just going to take you a little longer to get the materials that you want. So the positron ejector is going to be your go-to weapon here. Second, you're going to want to make sure that you're on a planet with large bodies of water. A paradise planet is preferable. So as you guys can see, I'm on my paradise planet. No, you guys can't have it. What we're going to do is head to the nearest large body of water and begin from there. So let's go. Okay, now that we're at the ocean, you want to get in the water and scan everything. As you can see, I've already scanned whatever that is. I've got salt as a primary element and oxygen as a secondary element. So we want to get in here and scan everything that we can. Scan everything. And the reason is because we want to make sure that we get the secondary element. Because once we begin harvesting, that's going to be ridiculously important, especially for the amount of money that we're going to be making. Oh, check that out. Okay, now that you've scanned everything, ouch, head back to your ship. Okay, you want to go to first person mode because that's going to make harvesting elements a ton easier. So let's do that now. Okay, take off, and we're going to want to fly low and slow. Okay, so let's slow down, and basically you want to begin shooting. Now, make sure your positron ejector is enabled, and start shooting. You see that? Look at the right hand side of my screen. Look at that. We're getting a ton of elements. Look at all that carbon. Look at all that oxygen. Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Okay, weapons overheated. The only thing you really have to be concerned with is your weapon overheating. That's it. But this is an absolutely ridiculous way to gain a ton of early game resources really quickly. You can do this on land as well, but we're hunting for the oxygen, the cytophosphate, the carbon, and the salt. Okay? So let's do this for a couple of minutes, and afterwards we'll land back at the base and see what we have. My goodness, look at that. This is insane. Okay guys, we're back at the base, and you guys got to see this. I was only harvesting for about 2 minutes, and I've already filled up my inventory. Check this out. I'm legitimately shocked. I can't believe how well this worked. Look at this. So after 2 minutes of shooting the ocean, we have 1, 2, 3, almost 4 stacks of oxygen. Unbelievable. And the secondary elements, The cytophosphate, look at this stuff. We've got 2 stacks of it. It's worth 2 million units per stack, so we've got 4 million units right here. Unbelievable. And we've got almost, what is it, a stack and a little bit of salt? Look at that. So we've got a bunch of salt, and you'll never have to worry about carbon again. Look at this. 5 stacks of carbon. Unbelievable. This is a stupid, easy way of getting early game elements, and this is going to make us absolutely filthy rich. Unbelievable. Don't sleep on this, guys. So the next thing we want to do, let's get out of here. We're going to take that oxygen and that salt and create chlorine. And we're going to take that chlorine, mix it with more oxygen, and create even more chlorine for a higher payout. So let's get started on that. Okay guys, and we're back, and I just wanted to show you guys really quickly that this is my oxygen harvesting setup. These are my supply depots, and as you can see here, as of the recent update, it now takes double the time, at least double the time, to farm the same amount of oxygen. So prior to the update, I could gather 12,000 oxygen in 4 hours. Now it takes over 9.5 hours to get the same amount of oxygen, and it's not only oxygen, but it's other materials and minerals that you can mine from the earth, or mine from planets, I should say. So this was nerfed as of the recent update. However, this setup is now considered obsolete because we can get 10 times that amount of oxygen in about 20 seconds simply from mining it from the ocean and using our ship to do it. So if you guys want to see my oxygen farm setup, shout out down in the comments below and I'll make a video on that. But this entire setup is obsolete. So what we want to do now, let's head in here, and as you can see, I've got 3 medium refiners set up. So we're going to take these medium refiners, and we're going to take one of the refiners. First, let's take a little bit of salt. We only need a little bit to get started. We're going to add a little oxygen to this. Here, let's just take an entire stack. It doesn't matter. Okay. As you can see, this produces chlorine. So we only need a little bit of chlorine to begin. But let's go ahead and process a little bit of this. So we'll stop that. We'll take this 240 chlorine. Let's get rid of the salt. Put that back in the exosuit. Now let's take that chlorine, pop it back in. And as you can see, we now have a 2:6 ratio for oxygen to chlorine. Let's start that up. And we're going to let this run. Let's take this stack. And we'll grab another stack of chlorine. We'll get that one started here. Let's start this one next. And remember, this is all for demonstration purposes only. There are better ways to do this, but to demonstrate exactly how quickly and easily we can make money off of this, we're going to produce more chlorine as soon as I can find it. There we go. Using even more oxygen. So let's grab another stack. Here we go. We'll start that up. Okay, so as you guys can see, we're still producing a ton of chlorine here, so we're not even remotely finished with what we've managed to mine so far. Now, take a look at this. So after processing everything that we have up to this point, it's taken about 10 or 15 minutes to get to this. Look at all of this. This is insane. We have stacks upon stacks of cytophosphate, and more importantly, we have stacks upon stacks of chlorine. So all in all, a stack of cytophosphate is 2 million units. A stack of chlorine, 2 million units. And of course you've got the stack of salt, which is 1 million units. We're going to sell all of this. We're looking at, let's count it up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We've got 20 million units of goods sitting right here. We're going to sell off all the carbon because we don't need it. Again, you'll never ever have to worry about carbon again with this method. And if we need more salt or more oxygen, all we have to do is go mine for it. This is super simple, super easy. Even a noob like myself can do this. You guys don't need to be sleeping on this. Now sure, chlorine production is not as profitable as it used to be. It's still profitable, just not as profitable. But this is one more legit method for you to get the materials that you need to make money in this game. Don't sleep on this, guys. With that being said, guys, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka the Odd One, bringing you one quick tutorial on how to make a ton of money using your own ship. If you guys found this video informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a like or two, and don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, keep bringing that smoke, and take care out there.